Hello, hello.
We're gonna do our usual sharing of the live
Yes.
scripts so anyone can join.
I'm gonna share on the TikTok or the TikTok Discord. Um, Sprinty sprints. Tu, 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 tu.
Live scripts.
Checking on. Okay. Sasha's comment.
What? My head is
We
unless
are your conscience.
unless it's on us. Okay, let me just check on.
We're just sharing on Instagrams. The use. Oh, copy. Um, what are you going to be reading, Sash, if you're going to be reading with us?
Mm, just sharing some more. Um,
Shared. Yes, big boy, what do you want? Okay. Rough cutting a video, so you're listening to Fate, Ink, and Blood. Switch to. Oh, how do you rough cut while listening to an audio book? Or do you just rough cut, like just look at the waveforms and remove the blank spaces? So you're not really listening to your rough clips? So I can never do that. I could never rough cut a video and then also listen to an audiobook.
and I Discord. I'm rough cutting a video, so we'll be listening to Fate, Inked, and Blood. And while I do that, and then switch to Even Though, I knew the end on my Kindle. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's kind of tough because, like, even though I look at the wavelength of like the audio, it's I'm not sure if the next one would be
The right
a
one.
good. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Good
Hi
morning to
there.
you. It's evening for us. Good good morning to you.
What time is it over there? It's very new to me, but yeah, I just look at the waveforms for blanks. I see it, and then from there you review the footages and see
I
which
can
else.
do it. I tend to do like one rough cut where I like finalize exactly which clips I use. So I have to like actually listen to what I'm saying because sometimes I restart what I'm saying or things like that. So I'd have
Yeah.
to actually listen. I do sometimes listen or like watch a different video while I'm doing the final like add like additional stuff because I kind of know what's going on. I don't need to actually listen to it. But rough cutting, that's hard.
Hi there, Kay. Good
Hey, good
morning.
morning.
Evening on our side of the world.
Looks like we've got a lot of folks from the complete opposite side of the globe.
Hi there. I think this is my first time seeing you over
Yeah,
here.
same. Let us know what you want us to call you or if something paperback is perfectly fine with you. But welcome to our sprints.
It's probably something I should listen to. A romance or
Mhm.
YA to not this thick
Yeah,
romance.
something like easy on the mind, on the brain.
So, while we're waiting for more people to join us, do you want to introduce the book that you're going to be reading tonight? You go
Yes.
first.
I am reading, let me put the dust jacket. I'm reading Gemina by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman. So this is the second book in the Illuminate Files series. I read the first book like 2 years ago, so it's been a while. Hopefully, I remember stuff. I kind of remember stuff, but yeah, I'm just reading this because I am trying to like complete the series that I've started reading. So for the month of June, I feel like I'm gonna be reading a lot of like sequels and series. So yeah, reading Gemina. Haven't really started. I kind of read the first 4 pages, but other than that, haven't like I'm practically starting it in this sprint. How about you?
I this is a very last minute decision, and Pam knows this because like before
Like
you
3 minutes
mentioned
before.
what do I read? So I am going to be reading Butter by Asako Yuzuki. It's a novel of food and murder. So totally up my alley. I'm kind of apprehensive though because again it's a translated work again, so there might be some things lost in translation, but I've been seeing this around and
Mm.
I honestly did not know much about it. I just know that it's a mystery murder
I almost
involving
changed
food.
my book that I'm gonna be reading now because I also wanted to read Butter, but no, I need to read my series. What
Okay,
is
just
everyone reading?
color purple. Ah, okay. I haven't read or watched the film adaptation
Oh,
for
I
this.
don't know this. Let me do a quick
Wait,
story
am
draft.
I recollecting the right? Yeah. It's the right
The color
book
purple.
in my head, which is turned into a
A
movie.
TV? A movie, okay. Oh, okay. Add the TBR.
Hi, Colleen. Welcome to our live
Hi,
friends.
Pauline.
Have you started The Color Purple, or are you just reading it for the first time during our sprints? Gemini is my
Oh,
fave. Ooh, what?
having good vibes. I really enjoyed Illuminate. I think the only thing that I didn't quite like about that is because it's YA, some of the lines are so cheesy, but I can get past that because I know that I'm not exactly the demographic. So hopefully this one is pretty good. I like the cliffhanger at the end of Illuminate. So excited to read Gemina.
Ooh, currently reading the first Bridgerton book. Okay, let us know how that goes because like I am only starting to be interested in the Bridgerton like books because of some snippets that
Have
people are
you been watching the show since it came
no,
out? Like the first,
no,
I've never watched it either.
no.
Same. I'm
But
like
I've
I'm
been
clueless.
seeing like lines, like
Mm.
smutty lines on Twitter. I'm like, this is
And you're
how
so
Bridgerton is. I'm like, huh?
the saucy Victorian lines.
Yeah. And I was like, count me interested. So
Yeah.
Colleen is gonna be reading that. Oh, is that what you told Pam to buy in her blog?
Yes, that is what she did indeed tell me. You forgot? Did you just forget?
I
In
didn't.
the
No,
check
didn't
your
I?
check your chat, check your telegram. I sent you a photo of two books, and that's what you picked. I love how
Wait,
you forgot what you
wait,
picked.
wait. As in Gemina or butter?
No, 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 butter, butter.
Ah, okay, okay. I was like,
Yeah,
I didn't pick Gemina. Okay, okay, okay. It makes sense.
yeah, butter, butter.
True. Saying right now. Oh, thank you. I haven't
Thanks,
even
Sash.
watched
Sash, you
Pam's
should do
yet.
something. You should do something.
I was interested in reading Butter because I was also seeing it all over Bookstore. Yes, was all over it. Like I was like, damn,
I
this
really love
yellow
the other
book.
cover, the one with the cow in it. I really like that cover.
Ah, that one, that one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was
But I did,
more enticing.
yeah. But I did hear that it has a lot of triggering sections on eating disorder in general. So something to check out. But I've been super curious about it just because really the concept of like food and murder, it
Hmm.
reminds me of A Certain Hunger by
Ah,
Chelsea Summers.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. The one
think
you
I
read
think that's
last
author. Last
year,
name
right?
Low. Yeah, yeah, it reminds me of that just because the main character in that book was a serial killer and like a food critic. So she would often compare her experiences and her like the people she kills to food. It's kind of different but kind of same.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I just started it today, as in the color purple. I read it years ago,
Mm,
but I want to reread it again as an adult. So, have you watched the film as well? Okay. I was start reading because my friends rave about the show. Yeah.
I need
Actually,
to start watching.
even so, I wasn't even so enticed by the show like all these years. It was really that someone
That those
posted.
lines.
Yeah, yeah.
My sister told me because my sister is obsessed with the show. My sister told me that the best one is the second season and then part one of this current season. So I don't know. Hi,
Thank you. Oh my
Kenji.
gosh, I see you again.
I was just watching your reading, like the screen time, turning screen time into reading time video, and
Oh,
like
the reading
one
challenge.
day, yeah, she read like almost 8 hours, like 7 hours or something. I'm like, I
Oh
could
my
not.
gosh, that's a lot
That's
of
why I'm
screen
scared.
time to
I'm
begin
scared
with.
to check my screen time because I have YouTube on all the time for
Check it
sometimes
now.
just like background music or whatever, and I'm scared.
I'm going to check mine now.
Okay,
So
are we
you
gonna
should
expose ourselves right now? Hold on.
screen time. Okay, I have to guess first. I
Okay,
think it's 4 hours screen time.
like average. Are we talking about average? I think for me it's gonna be 6 hours.
30.
I think it's gonna be 6 hours to me, like 6 hours 30. Hold on. Where do I get screen time? Screen time.
So this is
Okay.
my daily average.
Okay, I have to do last week because I was right. 6 hours 35 minutes.
So are you gonna expose your most used as well?
Like
Because it
that was this week's average. My last week was 8 hours and 23 minutes.
wait,
Average.
how do you wait, wait, wait.
That was my
How
last
do
week.
I because I don't there. Okay. Last week's average is just 3 hours.
2 weeks ago, 9 hours and 24 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not
gonna die. I don't think that challenge is for me. I'm gonna die.
nothing over 4 hours to me. I think this week is the highest with 4 hours 32. With most used app is TikTok, followed
Mm.
by Twitter.
Me, I know my most use is YouTube. Like literally for last week, it's like 17 hours. It's because I
Oh
mean
my
I play
god.
it like I have
Yeah.
YouTube on all the
Ah,
time.
I don't use my phone for YouTube. I use my
I use my phone a lot because then it's easier. Like literally everywhere I am, I'm playing something
mm,
on YouTube. Like even in the shower. Like I bought one of those things that you stick onto your shower wall, and you can put your phone and it's covered and you can still use a touchscreen. I have that. So my screen
Well,
time is just
last week I was on YouTube for like 2 hours 17. So I think it depends on like what I'm
which
doing that
yeah.
week.
It and in fairness to me, I don't really have TikTok on my because I'm not really
Mm.
super active on TikTok. It's more really YouTube, Instagram, and then Slack because that's my work messaging app. Gosh, I could never do that challenge.
Okay, which line though? Am I really gonna expose? No. Okay, so someone posted it on Instagram stories, but it was a screenshot of like a tweet, and it was a smutty line, like a really smutty line where they're about to have sex, and I'm like, this is how Bridgerton is. This is their regal romance because, like, in my head, it's just like all fluff, whatever, but
Mm.
with the line, it was pretty explicit. So I was like, damn.
For those who've read or watched Bridgerton, does it give off the same vibe as Tessa Dare's Regency books? Because I read Romancing the Duke by Tessa Dare this year and I really liked it. Like I like the humor. It's not modernized in any way, but it doesn't feel super old like the way that it's written and the dialogue. It feels a little bit more accessible. So is it kind of like that? If you've like read the both books. Okay, my
Okay,
mom wants
let me watch it. So I haven't seen it all. We'll watch after. Oh, okay. My screen time is already messed up because I use Pokemon Sleep, and it has to be
interesting.
with 200.
Is that kind of like the forest app where you leave it open and then I guess your Pokemon grows or something? I didn't know about that. Pokemon sleep.
I've always wanted to do that reading challenge, so I waited until I spent the least amount of time on my phone. That
Life hack.
day where I read for 7.5 hours was rough. Oh my god. But I
That's
haven't
so
watched the video yet. But like, did you do it straight? Or like, is it a mix of like a stopwatch kind of thing, like reading challenge? Or is it just 7.5 hours straight?
I could not. I mean, I do binge read sometimes, but 7 hours is long. That's a full work day.
I can't seem to find the
The
line. But
line. Maybe it's all in your head.
no,
Those are
no.
just your thoughts.
I don't think I bookmarked it or anything because it's not on my bookmarks. But I saw it on Instagram story and it was someone posting it there, which is a screenshot of the tweet.
Hmm.
Hi Bea!
Hello,
Welcome
Theo.
back. We'll join the sprint. I've been sick all weekend.
Oh
Oh no.
no.
I've been feeling better though. What are you gonna be reading though? And what is everyone else reading as well? Which one?
Now you've got to find the line and
I have to like it was super. I'm like, hmm, count me interested.
I kind of read ahead in the comments and uh,
Uh,
it's so
yeah, no,
funny.
not lovely. Someone got. Oh, is it the current one where like
I think so because I've been seeing a lot of
with the
carriage
carriage?
memes.
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
carriage.
I've been seeing a lot of memes in the carriage, so I think it's the current season.
But I think my question with this is like, do you have to read it chronologically or like? I feel like there are characters who show in other books, so I feel like you have to read it chronologically according to like the publication um release.
There's a lot of it too, the Bridgerton books. Like I saw
Yeah.
a lot of it when I went to the book fair 2 weeks ago, I think. There's a lot. Hi.
Hi, Emily. Okay, let me just do work expenses stuff. Sure.
Okay. You've been so busy at uni.
Romancing the Duke and enjoyed it too.
Yeah, is it kind of similar to Bridgerton if you've read Bridgerton? Because I really like that. And I think um, it's just very lighthearted the way that they lighthearted in terms of execution, although some of the topics are quite heavy, but I like the way that I like the storytelling.
I'm trying to remember a book that I see it in my brain right now. It's like two black characters, and I'm not sure if it's Alyssa Cole, but it's based on a Cinderella. It's like a romance, smutty retelling of Cinderella, but I just can't remember what the title is.
I'm I don't know either. Why is it kind of similar?
Yes, Princess in Theory. Princess in Theory is what I'm thinking of,
Princess
but
in
not.
Theory.
Apparently, it's not Regal, but I'm thinking it is because like it's based on Cinderella. But anyway, if I did a challenge, I'd easily have to read 6 to 7 hours a day.
Jail.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
Sleep is an app that is supposed to help you get 8 hours at least, and if you don't sleep, your helpers get exhausted. Oh no! So they won't bring berries to feed Snorlax.
so cute. I
But
love
like,
it.
how do they know? Like, do you press the app and like say
I
that
guess
okay,
it's
I'm awake or
yeah,
I'm about to sleep?
probably. I guess if you like minimize the app, it's gonna know that you're awake and then
And if you're about to use your phone, they'll know
yeah.
that you're awake. Oh no. I feel bad if like I have to wake up early and be like, oh no, they haven't fed Snorlax. I would just want my phone.
Won't hold your phone.
Gonna be
Funny
reading Funny
story.
Story by Emily Henry. Okay.
I really
I
want to
will.
read funny story, but I'm thinking should I read Happy Place first? Because I really like the premise of Happy Place and the funny story not so much. So maybe I'll read Place first.
Oh, okay. I hope you feel better soon, Bea. But at least you're still able to read, though.
Yep.
I had to take breaks in between. I lacked the attention span to sit down and read for hours. I did the timer method. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Not sure what I will read. Beginning of the month is where my indecision is high. I see. That was me right before the live stream. So I was maybe
If you have
maybe I should
options,
get an
let us
audiobook
know.
because I think I wasn't successful as much with my Asian readathon. Each book is about each Bridgerton. So is it a surname?
Yeah, it's a last name.
Ah, about each Bridgerton sibling romance, and there is 8 of them. There are 8 siblings?
I mean,
Damn.
it's the Regency era. More the better.
But I really am interested with the current season though. Because like even the teasers are like and even like off I'm like how do I say this? Off out of like the Bridgerton setting.
Yeah,
The two actors
they
are
have
like so
chemistry.
attuned with their oh my gosh. I'm like how are you guys not together? Okay. There's a cool yeah, you have to say you're going to sleep. I usually go to sleep and then
Classic.
I would also cheat on in Catchy. When will you be reading Model Home? Model Home? Is it a book?
Model home. For some reason, my mind went to love redesign just because I know they're like remodeling a
Ooh,
home
yeah. That's
for that
very cute. That's a very cute.
contemporary fiction. Why does it remind you of Up? And now
because
I
of the
feel like it's sad.
it's a short story. It's an Amazon original story. So with what series though? Because like usually with Amazon original stories, it's based on one theme, right?
I, I think
Or
so.
mis-
Like I read the book part of like an Amazon short story collection. It's kind of like short fiction is what it is, like fantasy.
My Kindle naps are my naps. Either July or September, unless there is a prompt, model home can fill for full moon readathon.
Yeah, it's a readathon hosted by Jan Agaton. I think
Hmm.
it's gonna be. I forget when it's gonna be. Is it gonna be in October? I don't know, but it's a readathon. It's a yearly readathon by Jan Agaton.
I thought you said that you're gonna lay low with the readathons. Are
No,
you
I'm not
joining?
gonna join this month. If it's June, I'm
Ah,
not gonna join it. Taking a break. I need a break. I need to mood read
like I'm very
for not
hungry.
reading. That's why I
It's
got a
very
Kindle.
small. It comes out in October. Ooh,
Mm.
I haven't read a Reverse Solomon yet, but like I've been wanting to for years. Like Reverse Solomon's books were like I feel like I don't see anything bad about it, their book.
I haven't even heard of their book before
Like the
to read.
one was yeah, the deep and like an unkindness of ghosts were two of like
Ah,
what I've been listening.
Sorrowland. I've heard of Sorrowland.
So Model
Interesting.
Home is by River Solomon as well. I'm going to read a thriller. Oh my gosh, wait. I haven't read The Hunting Party yet, but I have read a Lucy Foley book.
Which one did you read? Is it the Paris apartment? Paris.
Yes, I have read The Paris Apartment.
Is it good? Is it? Did you like it?
Let me check my rating.
Because Lucy
I
Foley,
think
I see a lot of
I
her
did.
book, but I feel like everything has like mixed reviews, and I'm kind of like
Girl,
hesitant to read
I gave
which.
it 2 stars. But the guest list, I give 4.
Mm. The guest list is
So
the one where there's a wedding, right?
and there is a
I yeah.
wedding. Okay, let me know, Bunny, if the hunting party is worth. Because I think this is also like set in this mansion or like this, I don't know, invites only thing. Full Moon Readathon is a good idea.
Oh,
August.
good.
I've only read Sorrowland and it's an August. Ooh.
Oh,
The thing with Reverse Solomon book is that they're not super long. Because like I checked the deep before and it's like not even 200 pages, I think.
Sorrowland is horror fiction, science fiction. Interesting. This is one that I've heard before, but I've just seen the cover around, but I haven't really checked what it's about. Oh, give it 5 stars, Sash. Okay, add to TBR.
Because we found the main character is so annoying. I find Lucy Polly very average, entertaining thrillers, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally
I
understand.
I read a new thriller author just a few days ago. Frida McFadden. This is my first time reading from Frida McFadden ever.
Which one?
I read The Locked Door.
Uh, okay, okay.
You haven't
Not
read
the one
it?
that no,
Okay.
I
And
read the babysitter. The babysitter.
okay, I've read The Locked Door, and in fairness, it was very. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a great book, but it was definitely very entertaining. Like I was just hooked to like find out what's going on, and I think at least in that book, she kind of very obviously tries to lead you into like the wrong killer or whatever. Like there's a lot of like red herrings, but it's kind of obvious.
Mhm.
But it's for everyone, so you're kind of like left confused a little bit, and I kind of like that. I did guess who the killer was.
Well, I think you would like. I was pertaining to the housemate, not the babysitter.
Mm,
So the housemate, you'd get very annoyed the first half, but like the second half really picks up and
mm,
like
like
I'd be
very
like
exciting.
girl
Girl
power.
power. Yeah, so I'm curious, and all her books are in Kindle Unlimited, so it's like at least now I know that
Ward
it's kind of like
D.
junk food thriller. Like it's just so easy to consume.
Ward D was so bizarre. It freaked me out. One,
What?
yeah, I saw Ward D, but I also wanted to read. Is it The Coworker? Was it also by Frida McFarren? The Coworker.
Frida
I
McFadden.
was like, is this gonna freak me out? Because like yeah, The Coworker. It's by Frida McFarren. So
Her
it's like,
covers are just so funny.
but like there's one thriller that I've added to my TBR recently. I forgot the name and the author, but it's like there's this two women who went to the same elevator, but when the elevator got to the ground floor, one of them
Was
dies.
dead.
So I'm like, who the fuck? Like, who else is gonna kill, right? But like, the blurb says something more about like, oh, maybe she did, maybe she did not.
Mm,
I'm going to
interesting.
lean at the book because it is a thriller. Maybe I'm not a anymore. I think it takes a while for Lucy Foley's book
Mhm.
to pick up, but it does set the tone immediately. Yes, housemaid. Right. Oh, so Kay also liked the housemaid. So
Okay, okay. I'm gonna check that out soon.
the sanatorium, is this the one where it's like mint green ish
Sanatorium.
cover? This,
Yes.
like it's a backlit. Oh yeah,
Snowy.
this
Yeah.
one. I think thriller is hard to write as not everyone will really feel the same thing. Yeah, and it's like I think
Fair enough. Yeah.
if you're someone who reads thrillers a lot, it's so hard for you to be surprised anymore.
I think for me, what I like about thrillers is if they thrillers that have enough like throughout the book, if they have a lot of like wrong turns that you can take, I feel like that's kind of that keeps me engaged.
Mm,
Because I'm like, oh no, that I thought it was that thing or
yeah,
that whatever, but it's not. I like it when there's a lot throughout the book because I think some people have like everything at the very end. Like the ending is like super jump back. Here's all the
mm,
reveal, but I like it when it's like kind of throughout the book.
when they give you like
Like
hints or
crumbs.
like
Yeah, I need
what do you
crumbs.
call this? Foreshadowing.
Yeah, kind of like foreshadowing, some red herrings. I like it when it's
Okay,
like that.
so since I think more people joined when we were discussing what we were gonna read, Pam, do you want to introduce what you're gonna be reading tonight?
Yes, I am gonna be reading Gemina by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Second book at Illuminate Files. Trying to read all of my series, so it's a. I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know this, but it's a Wi-Fi. It's a YA sci-fi book. It's a YA sci-fi book. And it's the second book in a series, so I can't really say much without spoiling the first book, but we're just aboard this ship as they're trying to figure out like an incident that happened, and it's a mixed media format. So it's kind of like a dossier of found documents. So should be a quick read, even though it's very thick. So yeah, that's my Wi-Fi book. How about you?
I'm going to be reading Butter by Asako Yuzuki, and the only thing I know about this book is that it involves food and murder. So that's what I'm going to
Sometimes,
be reading
sometimes that's all
tonight.
you need to know.
Wi-Fi sci-fi. Pam just created a new genre,
I
and I
know.
mean it's still related. So okay, so should we start sprint number one
Yes,
so we could get a lot
please.
of reading and work done for people who are going to be using this as a productivity sprint? And happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
Hi again.
Hello. Sorry.
Okay. Hey.
How was it?
Okay. So it's at least for butter, it's still being, I don't know, introduced and
Mm,
described. I'm reading from the perspective of Rika, who seems to be like a researcher of some sort. And I think this book is gonna be long because like the descriptions are also pretty long. So just throughout the whole sprint, I haven't even finished chapter one. And I think let me just
how
check
many
how
pages is chapter one?
like chapter one I think is supposed to have 34 pages because there are
Mm,
only 16 chapters. So it's fairly long.
mm,
Like
yeah, long
Kindle
chapter.
pages is 452. So
How is
pretty
the
long.
vibe? Is that the vibe for tonight or?
I think it reads like a Japanese like
Mm,
lit so
yeah.
far. So nothing mysterious yet, nothing murderous, but the introduction of food is
Mm.
ongoing. So nothing too serious right now, at least. But how is Gemina for you?
I read. I'm at page 60, so I started like page 5, so around 55 pages, and so far we're getting introduced to the two main, I guess, people, because it's kind of like a, like the way that it's written, it's telling you things that happened in the past because there's like an investigation going on. That's why they're reviewing the Illuminate files, or like the dossier of files and documents, because they're trying to figure out there's like who's, I guess, to blame for this investigation. So everything is kind of in the past. So we're like trying to find out like what the relationship is between these two unlikely people. One of them is apparently part of an international crime organization. They're teenagers, but they're like part of a crime family, like space international crime family. And then the other one is the daughter of the commander of the ship that they're in. So very opposite, like Romeo and Juliet esque, where the obviously the families that they're from are not like in good terms. So interesting so far. Just lots of banter between the two characters, and yeah, very easy read. I'm interested. I'm gonna continue reading this. Hopefully, I finish it like tomorrow or something. I feel like it's gonna be super fast.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, because I'm trying to read the three books by Tuesday, so I need to finish it like
Oh my
tomorrow. And it's the only
gosh.
book that I'm reading, so that is the hope. How was everyone's reading sprint?
Okay, let me just check the comments. Eliminate just reading about the series and it sounds good.
I really
Yeah, I
enjoyed
need to
this
get
book.
that one, at least the first book this year, I think. Because the book has been on my shelf for so long. Hi,
It's so good.
Vanessa.
Hello,
Hello.
Vanessa.
I'm in bed reading Faded by Sarah Reddy, and my heart is totally
Faith.
breaking.
I have
Sarah Reddy?
Sarah ready.
Faded.
Romance fiction. Is this an arc? Yeah, it is because it's July. The publishing is in July.
Ah, it's a romance one.
Oh, she's married. She has two kids. Ooh, is this kind of a? It sounds like a sad romance book. The way that the
Is
synopsis.
that why? Is that why Vanessa's already sad?
Because the last line in the synopsis is,
Ah,
"What happens when opening
ghosted.
yourself to love means falling for a life that isn't real and a man who doesn't exist."
Oh my gosh, she meets the man of her dreams in her dreams.
Is it kind of magical realism as well, or no?
it is tagged as magical realism and
Mm, interesting.
oh no, she's married. She has two kids. She lives in a district. Yeah. Let us know, Vanessa, though, if it's gonna turn out good. Because even the synopsis itself, I'm like, this
It's
sounds
sad.
like a book I would read. Good morning. I just got Illuminate. We'll read it this
Aurora
month.
Rising.
Got it? As in, like, you just bought it? Aurora Rising 2 looks good. Ah, yeah, it's by the same. Okay, once I get out of bed and get going today, I have a video to finish editing. You've been on a roll though.
Yeah,
Like
I
I've been
feel
seeing
like
you loading so much.
yeah, because I think you're part of the Amazing Readathon, like a co-host or something. So I saw a lot of videos from you like over the weekend. So you're good.
No reading was done yet. Getting ready to leave for church. Bringing The Source of
Mm.
Self-Regard by Toni Morrison with me and a couple of books plus my Kindle. That sounds like a productive day for you and Getchy.
I've been wanting to read Beloved by Toni Morrison. It's in my TBR. Haven't gotten to it as per usual.
I have a physical book by Toni
Oh,
Morrison, but I
Beloved.
forget which one it is.
Mm. Ah,
Standard
okay.
math, magical realism. Yeah, it makes sense. I've got to do the thrilling part. Readings, friends. So
Was it
you
worth the wait?
you'd get more thrilling parts because of the readings
Yeah.
parts. How is it so far though? How is the hunting party? She falls in love with a man in her dreams. Yes, and time travel. Oh my
It's
god.
giving me a love song for Ricky Wilde vibes.
I haven't read that one. Tia Williams, right?
The new book.
It makes you think. I was like, oh, 90% through. I thought you were just started it and already sad. Oh no, if it's making you sad, I wonder how it's gonna end. Like she joins him in her
It's gonna be like
dreams.
a bitter. She doesn't wake up.
She's dead. Is this like a Black Mirror thing where they're
Black
both
Mirror
in
episode.
San Junipero episode? One of my favorites, though. Definitely my
Mm.
favorite episode so far. I wish I was a co-host for
Oh,
the amazing. I'm just going hard.
I thought you were a co-host because you were posting all of the like the different points and stuff. So I thought, oh, she's probably a co-host for Amazing Reason.
I might pick up Ricky Wild soon.
Have you
Gosh,
read 7 Days in June? Have
you
you
should
read
read that
it?
first.
Because I don't
Um,
remember if you've mentioned that you've read it or not, but if not, I highly recommend. We highly recommend.
yeah. Ever since reading that book, it has started to become my personality where just insert it whenever people ask like,
Ask
"Oh,
for
what have you
recommendations. Yeah.
yeah, what's a five-star read you've read recently?" Or like what's a book that you recently read and would recommend and I'll be like 7 days in June, 7 days in June, 7 days in June. Well, someone is dead and I have no idea who the killer is. No clue at all. I have it and I
Oh my
need to
gosh,
in
yes.
June, yes.
Yes. 100%. Read it before
Reading it
Ricky
on the
Wow.
7th day of June. It's a quick it's a quick read too. It's a very
Yeah.
quick one.
That's a
That's too
video
long.
idea. But it's too long, I feel like, because it's
You'll
such a
be
quick
like
read.
you just keep on wanting to read it though once you've started.
Yeah.
Gosh, so good. I wish I could read it again for the first time. Or like I think I had tried to put a hold on the audiobook. I
Mm.
still am curious. Like I'm still so curious how that would go.
Yeah, like how their voices would sound like.
Yeah. I don't think I can take that long. Yeah, maybe on June 7th. It's a good idea though.
Yeah, it's reading 7 days in June on the 7th of June. Like one day.
I think Vanessa can do
It's
it.
doable. That's doable.
What day is June 7 though? June 7 is a Friday. June 7 is a
Mm.
Friday. So way to end your week. Gosh. Okay. So should we move to our next sprint so we could do a lot of reading and
Yes.
work for those using this as a productivity sprint? Sprint number 2. Happy reading.
Happy reading. Hi.
Hello again.
How is the book?
For order, so far, the mystery has been introduced, and I am actually interested to search if it's a real case or not.
Mm.
But I can see now how the murder and the mystery part is connected because that is what the case is about. And that is the case that the journalist character that we're following is trying to pursue and trying to propose to her company to like make an editorial for. So
Oh, so it's kind of like the thing already happened, and someone is trying to like research, investigate about it, or
so far, that's what I
kind of like.
think. But it still doesn't answer why it's called butter and why there's a shortage of butter, literally,
Mm. Okay,
in
interesting.
Japan right now. So it's pretty interesting. Interesting. So how's Gemina?
I made it to page 98. So far starting to see all of the small little things that are happening simultaneously. That's kind of like part of this plot. By this enemy state or enemy company, if you will. Yeah, interesting so far. We've got a lot of there are portions here that are like a lot of chat messages, so that's why I'm like flying through it.
Mm,
But yeah, it's been interesting so far, and I'm curious to. There seems to be like a not a love triangle, but there's like this. There seems to be two like men, and then there's like two guys, one girl, and one of the guys is like the one of the station commanders, a very upstanding citizen, while the other guy is part of the crime family thing, and then the
mm.
girl is the daughter of the captain. So there's kind of something happening between the three of them. So not sure yet if it's like
So
legitimate or if is it part of the plot or the plan to overtake this space station.
are the characters here from Illuminate?
No, they are because Illuminate takes place in a ship, and this one is a space station. So they're in the same universe. The ship where the characters from Illuminate are is arriving to the space station in like 6 days, I think. So there's
Mm.
probably gonna be some intersection later on, but as of now, we're like new characters.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So I was like, huh, the more that she shares, maybe it's gonna be is it gonna be a spoiler? Because I haven't read Illuminate
Yeah,
yet.
I think I'm nearing the point where I can't really share much anymore because it's probably gonna be a spoiler.
Okay, let me just read everyone else's comment back to the heartbreak. I need to get out of bed. I'm trying to avoid crying over this, but oh no. So
That's tough.
it's
Like
is that
reading a
good?
sad book and crying just when you wake up. That's tough.
Like a tough way to start your day.
Yeah.
So is it good, Vanessa? Would you recommend it to us? Like, does the blurb or the concept hold up to the very end of the story? I'll be downstairs making breakfast and walking the dog after, so I'll miss the chatty bit. Talk to you at the next one. Sure thing. Over here.
Have fun.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. I hope
Good
everyone has been well.
morning.
Drinking my tea while I have a headache. Oh no. I feel like people are coming down with something recently.
I know.
I hope you're feeling better though after tea. Will you be drinking? Will you be reading anything on our next two sprint? Hi, Louis. I just arrived a few minutes before
Hello.
sprint number two, and then we have two more sprints to go. So usually you have four sprints.
Yep.
That already includes like chatty bits in between, like this one. What will you be reading on our next two spreads? Okay, I'm catching you started reading. What you're looking for is in the library. Oh, it's the Japanese. Is it the Japanese
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
The one with the cat.
I think it's
Wait,
Japanese, yeah, with the cat, with the window or like the screen door, and then there's a cat on a porch looking
I'm
thing.
looking for.
It's a
Yeah, yeah,
shoji door. It's like a
this
shoji
one, the
door.
one with the cat. Yeah. Okay. How is it? Did you just start it? I've been wanting to read that too. Maybe a video about books with cats on the cover would be interesting.
I'm interested in the one called The Cat Who Saved Books or something like that. The Cat Who Saved the Book, my books, something like that.
The Cat Who Saved Books. This is an older one though, like a class. Wait,
Yeah, I think yeah, it is older. I think the person who talked about this book said something about if you are a reader, if you like reading, this book is for you. Like it specifically speaks to the hobby of reading. So I think that's
hmm,
why I wanted to read it.
yeah, I like the cover where the cat was perched on stack of books.
Yeah.
I put makeup on and that's it, which is huge for me. It's been very sick, so feeling good today and playing with makeup. Oh my gosh. Everyone is coming down with something. I hope
Oh,
you guys are okay.
yeah. But I do agree that sometimes, even though it's such a hassle to put on something when you feel sick, it actually makes you feel a little bit better if you put something on, because then you don't look as sick as you feel.
It's like outside, you
Yeah.
feel good listening to an audiobook. So while you put makeup on, you're listening to The Hunting Party. You're listening to that, right? I'm actually here though, but yes, it's good. I recommend to you both. Oh
What
my
happened to
gosh.
your dogs? You haven't walked them yet.
So okay, I guess it's time to add that to my TBR. It's gonna be
I've
released
already added it.
in July. July. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
July.
it's so long. It's
490.
437
Oh, it's
pages.
490 in Storygraph, and it's part of a series. But I guess the series is probably like companion series.
Let's see. I'll check
This is
the
the
first
third book.
one. Yeah, it's a different character, I think. But
Yeah, so it's kind of like companion.
oh,
I love the holographic vibe of the covers.
I guess it always involves a
Ghosts
ghost or
or
like
some
an imaginary
paranormal. Yeah,
person.
that's
You can read them
interesting.
out of order. They are interconnected standalones. Okay. Like nothing will be spoiled in the third book, but you'll
Mm,
get appearances from
yeah,
people.
makes sense.
Ah, so interesting. Because I think it's kind of hard to pull off something magical
Mm,
realism or
yeah.
paranormal in romance because I think the last one that I've read that's close to this is You've Reached Sam by Dustin Thau.
Mm,
I didn't really like that because it had a very interesting blurb because Julie, I don't remember if it's the right name, but Julie's boyfriend has died and she gets a phone call from that dead boyfriend.
yeah.
So I don't know.
I
It's hard
think
to hold.
recently a popular like author that does something like this, like romance with a hint of, I guess, the supernatural or paranormal, is actually Boston. So she has Dead Romantics, wherein the guy is a ghost, and then 7 Years Slip, where
Yeah, 7 years
there's,
sleep. It's on my
yeah, there's a
TBR.
house and it transports you back like in
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And then the new one that's coming out this year is a novel love story where the girl gets transported inside the setting of her favorite novel. So it's kind of like
Okay.
romance with paranormal or supernatural aspects to it.
Hmm. Interesting. Are you gonna read it?
The novel Love Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I added it to my anticipated, but I'm not sure because I think the hold is like so long. So whenever
But
I get it,
have
I
you
haven't read
read the 7 Year Slip?
no, I haven't read
Um,
anything from Ashley
Boston.
Boston. I just know that 7 Year Slip was so popular towards the end
Yeah.
of last year or this year. I know that Sash read it and did not really like it. I watched her recent video, so that's also interesting. So I'm not sure.
If your child was so sad, but it's not like that. Okay. Okay. Ooh, oh my
Oh,
gosh.
that's
So
so cool.
have you read any of her books? Like, is this like a meet and greet, or is it for the new book that's coming out?
That's so cool.
And see, I think Sarah Reddy's writing might
Ooh.
be a tad bit. Vanessa, you just said that you're gonna meet Ashley Possum at the end of this one, and then with like the same breath. I think Sarah Reddy's writing might be better than Ashley Possum, but I'm meeting her at the end of this one. I hope Ashley's not watching this in case.
Ashley Foster, in case you're watching this random reading sprints.
It's time to exit. Yes, I read
Hmm.
the Dead Romantics and the 7 Years. The Dead Romantics, surprisingly, I haven't heard anything about.
The Dead Romantics, from the people that I know have read it, a lot of them didn't really like it. I'm not the 7 Year Slip is the opposite. A lot of people really liked it. So I don't know maybe what's the difference between the two in terms of themes, or maybe her writing has just improved over time. But that's what I've heard. Although I'm not quite sure because I haven't read anything. How about you, Vanessa? Which one did you like better, or did you not like them both?
So actually,
Peace.
she liked Faded more. They said her ready. Oh my gosh. I like Dead Romantics better than Seven. Ah, oh my gosh, even Kay has read it. Dead Romantics is a
Interesting.
check the blurb very quickly. Disillusioned millennial ghostwriter who quite literally has some ghosts of her own has to find her way back home in this sparkling adult debut. Why is she dead? Wait, what?
I think the guy is dead.
Two hands on.
Like, is it the editor or the something in the
Yeah,
publishing?
a new editor is the
Mm.
ma'am. Oh, so does this have like a hint of since it mentions like she's run from the town that never understood her, and even though she misses the sound of a warm southern night and her eccentric loving family, I feel like this would have hints of like familial themes as well. What? The ghost is handsome until she finds standing at the funeral parlor's front door, just as broad and and infuriatingly handsome as ever. And he's just as confused as before. Damn. Of course he's broad, even as a girl. Oh.
Ghosted is the first book. Okay, in the series. Okay, series
Interesting. But
relationship.
like when I checked Ashley Poston's like author page, she also writes fantasy, I think.
Oh, I didn't know that. I only know of
There,
the recent
I've seen
popular
this.
romance books.
It's a sci-fi YA fantasy. It's written by Ashley Poston, and this is back in 2018. S-
Mm.
Did she write sci-fi or fantasy before? She
So
went the romance route.
yeah, but I guess that's why she's probably adding sprinkles of fantasy
Hmm.
elements to her books because that's probably her history, I guess. Among the Beasts and Briars. Interesting.
I was looking at Bookish and the Bees as well.
She has so many books. Geekerella. So cute.
Gikarella was I've seen it around before.
I haven't really.
Go. Cinderella goes to the con in this fandom fueled twist on the classic fairy tale. Oh, she goes to a con instead of a ball. Interesting. Uh, interesting. I would
I
definitely check.
mean, good for her. She's like really expanding her horizons and just trying out different genres.
And it's not as if like it's totally like out of her like league, since like
Mm,
she adds fantasy elements to
yeah.
her romance books as well. Yeah. Okay, so should we do sprint number 3
Yep.
so we can get more reading done? Okay, sprint number 3. Happy reading, everyone.
Good reading.
Hi everyone.
Hiya.
Hey. So how was your reading? How was the
Uh, it's very
house?
action packed now. I'm on page 132 and things are happening. Like we're getting action, running, hiding, escaping. Lots of things happening. So, very exciting. How about you?
Well, okay, things were kind of picking up, but in a I don't know Japanese murder mystery kind of way, where it's very slow. It's just tranquil and stuff, but things are happening. So I don't think it's an actual case because um the accused murderer has decided to meet our main character. So
Okay.
I'd leave it at that.
But you
Yeah,
are still liking it so far? Like the
I
writing
like it more.
style, storytelling,
It's compelling because like I still want to see the connections between the food and the
mm,
murder and like
the butter.
what actually happened. So it's gonna be a long ride, is
Mm,
what I'm expecting.
yeah.
Let me just read. Okay, I'm going to walk the park. Okay, we'll see you on the next sprint, Vanessa. Hi, Kat. I made
Hello.
it. We just got home, but I'll be joining. I'm reading Isabella by Kaisa Aquino. So you're also reading that. That's the book that I finished reading this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm seeing it around Instagram. Is it good? Like, how are you like? How did you find it?
I haven't really sat down and like
Process.
marinate the thoughts. Yeah. But I gave it, like immediate thoughts is I gave it 4 stars. Like
Mm,
it's an interconnected stories of different people in Isabella. They're fighting for the same goals, fighting for the same cause, which is to shed some light or to fight for the displaced farmers or displaced families in Isabella.
mm.
So it's
Is
heavy
it?
on, yes.
Oh, is it in Tagalog or
No, no,
English?
no. It's in English
Mm,
mostly. Like there would be phrases or words in Tagalog or the language that they speak in Isabela. So that one I have to search because like there would be phrases, but it's written in a way that when the sentence in Tagalog is written, the following sentence would be the one in English.
mm. Yeah.
Hi JK, welcome to
Hello.
our sprints. So I am reading Butter, which is a murder mystery that involves food, and Pam is.
I am reading Gemina, which is the second book in the Illuminate File series. It's a YA sci-fi book. We got that right the first time. YA sci-fi
Not
book.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, not Wi-Fi.
What will you be reading, JK? So, for anyone who has just joined in during our third sprint, we will be having our fourth and last sprint, which should be after we've chatted. So, let us know what you guys will be reading. Hi, Ina. Welcome back. How are you, Pam?
We are good.
Now I remember that you guys have met in
Yes,
Picado.
we
So
did.
how was
I
the
know.
experience?
It was very hectic because the entire thing was so overwhelming. So we kind of just met for like 10 minutes, said our highs, hugged, said hello, and then we went our own ways trying to find the books that we want. And then every now and then we'd pass by each other and we'd like look at each other's carts. Okay, what did you get? What did you get now? Where did you get that? And then we would walk away again and then we'd meet again with more stuff in our carts. I think that was like the theme of that day. So we didn't really get the chance to
Sit
actually
down.
hang out and sit down because we were just trying to find books. But it was really fun meeting bookish people in real life.
And are you gonna post your? Oh wait, your haul you're not gonna post on YouTube, but I saw you posted
No,
it.
yeah, I posted it on TikTok, just basically short form content. So I think it's on
Mhm.
TikTok and Instagram Reels.
Okay. Not reading anything because Santa is tired, but I'm here. Aw.
Rest is
Can you
productive.
yes, exactly. Can you use this as, I don't know, ASMI? 1 hour into what you're looking for is in the library, which is the audiobook that you're listening to. Still like it, but kind of boring a little bit. The first story is not very compelling. Hoping the other stories are more interesting. Oh, so it's a short story
I didn't
collection.
know it was a collection.
Yeah, I didn't know that as well. I thought it was like a full length novel with just like one subject. I was surprised that Pam, the other Pam, was much taller than me. She is tall. She is tall. Like I
Aren't
think
we
you're.
like similar height?
I'm 5'6".
Yeah, it's around 5'7"
Yeah,
and a
yeah, yeah.
little bit. Yeah,
So
so
we're both
it's
tall.
the same.
Okay, Julie, what have you thought of you two? Oh, maybe MABF. MABF is definitely the next bookish event
Mm,
locally. September, which is kind of near, so you have enough time to
save for the
save some
book
money.
fair.
So if
Oh
you're
my
gonna be the
god.
cat, can meet you there.
Yeah, or just message us when you're in the city, and we'll see if we can do something about it.
Are you gonna go?
And MIBF.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to. I don't know. Like I have to. Blah, blah. I'd have to check when like what's going on in my life
Mhm.
during that time. But I would love to because I've never been. So at
Yeah.
least I
I
want to
remember
go.
you said you haven't been as well.
Yeah.
But like that one, I think if I remember, there are a lot of publishers as well, like international and local. So Fully Booked
It's
will
big.
definitely be there. National Bookstore is gonna be there. Maybe Penguin Random House would also be there,
Mm,
I assume. Local ones like Avenida.
yeah.
What's the other one? Yeah, so it's definitely like it's
A
an
big
experience. But
event. Yeah.
I think I am disciplined enough when it comes to bookish events like that. I don't always splurge. I feel like the most that I buy are
I
like
also think
five.
I did pretty well in Big Bad Wolf. Like I think I was like a very respectable amount of books. I didn't have to like haul a full cart. It fit in one like small tote bag. So I think I'm pretty good. But yeah, I think with that because it's such a big event, I feel like I would get overwhelmed, so I wouldn't really buy a lot of books. I would just be browsing
Yeah,
around,
yeah, yeah,
maybe taking notes of books I would
yeah, yeah.
purchase later on because I feel like I would get overwhelmed because it's a
Mm.
big thing. Because that's what happened with Bad Wolf. I was like, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just gonna pick a couple of books and then I'm gonna go home.
Oh my gosh. But definitely people will lots of people will also be there.
Yeah,
I think it's more of like just seeing
seeing
books
friends. Yeah,
scaffold, yeah,
books.
some people, bookish creators and stuff. Because like I think the last time I went to MIBF, I wasn't I think active on Booktube. Or I haven't
Mm,
even Booktube like because I did Booktube when it was the pandemic.
yeah,
So
so
I went
you
to
only had like
Booktube.
the blog at the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it would be interesting because like by that time, at that time, I wasn't even like looking for bookish creators to meet. So it'd be interesting.
Mm.
They're more like interconnected finance following different
So is
characters.
it sort of similar to what's that book that you like? The one with the cafe, the time traveling.
Before the coffee gets cold.
Yeah, yeah,
But at
before
least
it's cold.
because like at least for before the coffee gets cold, Well, yeah, I think I see where you're getting at.
Yeah,
Like they're connected but follows different characters.
yeah.
So are they all at the library? Does it all take place at the same
Same
setting?
library. Yeah.
I'm sorry that we're from the north. Definitely going to MIBF. See you there.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, because I
gonna
just
try
messaged
my
you
best. I think I
if
really
you're
want to go, so
if
I'm
you're
gonna
going to MA
make it
to
happen.
Big Bad Wolves, but you were out of town, I believe. Albeit MIBF that there are so many people planning to meet. So it's a place to be.
Yeah.
Place to be.
Okay, we'll make that happen.
What genres do you like to read? Ina is a thriller and romance girly, as far as I
Yeah.
know. Oh, I was correct. I was correct. It's like Ina made a comment. Yeah, Ina is a booktuber as
Oh, we've
well.
been trying literary fiction. What have you been reading recently? That's litfic.
Yeah, I saw you post something that you're a lit fic girly now.
I'm just
Not sure if
always
it
all over
is
the
at the
place.
same library, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same one.
Mm,
Yeah, 'cause what what brings them all together is what I'm asking. Because like at least with before the coffee gets cold, it's this one cafe that
yeah.
it's happening to for these characters. Have do you have any plans of reading before the coffee gets cold?
I've read the first book, but I
But
haven't. I haven't continued the series. It's part of my series tracker. um, but
oh,
I don't know if like I have no immediate plans to read it. Like I'm not drawn to it at the moment because I don't know really what the second and third and fourth is there four books or
yeah, there's a fourth, and the
yeah, because
fifth is
I remember that the first book ended in a little it's kind of open ended, ambiguous kind of ending because for each of the short story, but I don't know what would happen in like the second to the fourth book. Have you read until the fourth book?
I think I've only read until the second. So it
Okay,
still has some of the same characters from the first book,
it's still in the
but
cafe.
yes, still the cafe, different set of characters this time. So I see how other people would say that it's kind of repetitive or it can get
Mm,
boring because like it's within the same setting. So I don't know how else the author is going to like
expand that
um add some
into
spice
yeah.
like or yeah expand the story, but at least in the second book it's still kind of similar, like it still features heart-wrenching or like heartwarming stories that feature the same cafe, has the
Yeah,
same features, the rules are the same.
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like because of the way that it's written, it's like short stories. Like you could read it on its own, like each individual story. Like I'm not like drawn to the next because
Mhm.
like it's gonna be the same vibe. So it's not something that I need to read right now. But it's on my list, so maybe eventually I will get to it.
I think you need to be on like a
Yeah,
certain
I feel like
vibe
mood,
to
yeah.
really like it. I think I read it at the perfect time where I'm looking for something like looking for something to feel like
Mm,
that familiar or like familial
yeah.
feelings
Honestly,
and emotions.
I I think the best way for me to actually get into this book if it fits like a prompt for a readathon. Because I think it's a pretty
You're
short book.
obliged. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's a
is.
pretty short book, so I feel like it would be a good book to put when it's like a big readathon. So maybe in August, because there's like a bunch of readathons again that I have wanted to participate in August. So maybe in August, who knows? We'll see.
No pressure though. I was just asking.
I'm
But I'm
so
proud of you.
pressured by my series tracker.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna ask her how many books are in her series tracker, you're gonna be shocked.
And I feel like a lot of people would be in the same boat as me, but maybe they haven't really listed them out. So they
Mhm.
kind of know that they're in the middle of a bunch of series, but they don't know the exact number. But I know the exact number, and it's kind of stressing me out a little bit or motivating me, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yeah, that's me. Cause like I keep starting series that I just don't finish in like not
Mm,
even one sitting, but like I get distracted by other
other books.
books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, there's like a lot of new books now that start off as just like a single book and then surprise, it's a series, or like a lot of the fantasy books are just series, and I read quite a bit of fantasy and there's just nothing I can do about that. There's not a lot of like standalone fantasies. I'm like, "Mm, it's fine. It's fine."
I was reading ones for this orientation.
Oh, this
Oh,
one
the
they
one with the very cute convenience store
cover,
woman.
yeah.
Banyan Moon. All
Have
of
you
the
read
series.
Convenience Store Woman?
Yes, I
Did
have.
you like it?
I think I did not. I think I remember I wasn't particularly like I think I read it in the wrong time. Like
Mm,
I wasn't in the mood to read from someone who is like just going with the flow with her
yeah, like
life. Like,
doesn't have
not
any
really
ambition
organic,
kind of thing.
no plot, just vibes.
Yeah.
I give it 3 stars though. I give it 3 stars. So
So like it was okay but forgettable, something like that.
it was forgettable.
Okay.
Yeah, because like she's not what do you call this? What do you call someone who's like dreaming of the future, planning
He's
out
not
how
like driven or ambitious or
ambitious, not ambitious, doesn't want to do anything drastic about her life. And I'm like, damn, this is not what I need right now. I think that this is also why I didn't really resonate with my year of resting realizing
representation, yeah. No
I'm like,
ambition, no
"Oh, I don't
anything.
want to be in this headspace. Like, I know the author wrote it that way. I know it was intentional, but I guess it just wasn't the right
Yeah.
book to read. I read fantasy, mystery, thriller, and romance, but I write sweet bakery romance. Currently revising my bakery rivals to lovers. We're going ooh, Project Sugar and
Interesting. Bakery rivals to lovers, that's so cute. I could never, like, I am so in awe of people who just write stories.
in general, yeah.
Yeah, like, wow.
Actually, I already have a book at Culinary Confessions on Amazon if you guys are interested in that. Okay, we'll definitely check it out. Culinary Confessions. Ooh, so is it safe to assume that your romance books are like centered around food and romance? How long can deny your ever growing chemistry? I would definitely enjoy reading a series once. Yeah, it's like I don't think I have read
The
Rivals.
closest I have for like a bakery romance is maybe Legends and Lattes because they're in a cafe. There's like pastries and stuff, but it's not really bakery romance in a sense.
Convenience store is definitely a hit or miss. I like that though. Yeah, good for you. Already gave it the movie
Mm,
out next year. Oh, happy for you that you'll be able to put that out later this year. Sounds like a very interesting romance book as well. Because like, how else are they going to fight over like bakery? Like, it's interesting. back from my walk. Welcome back, Vanessa. The last 10% was giving me little chills as I was walking and reading.
Like,
Oh,
is it cold? Cold? Is that what you're saying, or is it the book that's giving you the chill?
you have like goosebumps from reading the
Okay, now
last 10.
I'm really curious about Faded.
Okay, is this 1 million? But how many percents recommend
It's 10
faded?
million. 10 million%.
Oh yeah. 10 million
Ten
recommend.
million percent recommend.
Sorry, ready. Yes, my books are based around baking and romance. I think it's a refreshing trend that's going around as
Yeah, like the
well.
food
Cozy mystery,
base.
like just about food.
Yeah.
Cozy mysteries and cozy romance. I mean, so you made the nutrition to my hands, or what has me really? Ah, I see. Because I saw that Joanne Lambo for you. Hey, let's get it's over here.
Yeah, I was like wondering. I'm like, isn't it like spring to summer and other in where Vanessa is? I'm like, oh, okay, it's the book. Is
Oh, I'm glad you loved it though. I'll check it out as soon
it
as well.
5 stars?
It's an arc though, so we'll have to wait
I probably
until.
have to get a like get in line on Libby already, or maybe I'll just read the other books first, like the first couple of books.
Actually, I can also check
See.
JK is your book on Libby, or is it published and being sold on Amazon?
Oh, Sarah ready. Sarah ready.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh no. Where's the book? Why is it not in my library? Oh, it is. It is. It is. It is. Like, I just need to request the book. Oh, but the first book in the series is already available for me to borrow. Ghosted.
Ghosted. Okay. Yes, 5 stars. I'm not sure if it's still on Net Galley. Oh,
I'm afraid of NetGalley. I'm not opening NetGalley
I still haven't reached my dream
ratio.
ratio, so I haven't been like
Reading that.
borrowing full length novels for now. Yes, Culinary Confessions is on Amazon, and Project Sugar and Spice will be on Amazon too, but under the official title, which is yet. So I see. We'll definitely look forward to that, JK. So thank you for sharing your book. Let me just add that to my list of never ending TBR.
TBR.
Okay, so should we start our fourth and last sprint?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Here to everyone who's reading and doing work or anything productive. This is our fourth and last sprint. So happy reading, happy working, etc.
See you in a few. Hello.
Hello again, everyone. How was everyone's fourth and last sprint?
I made it to page 169, and it's all action. Like, everything is so exciting. Everything things are happening. It's all action scene, so it's been pretty easy to read so far. How about you?
Total opposite of what you were having. Not as action packed as what you're reading, but things are progressing just slow. But I'm still gonna read it though. So it has this odd magnetism to it
Mm.
that's prevalent in like um, murder mysteries by Japanese authors. I feel
But is
like,
it is
yeah,
it more literary than like thriller mystery?
right now it is, yes, because like it doesn't really describe anything thrilling or like
Mm.
mysterious so far. So I think the closest to it being a mystery is why this murders happened, like getting to the mind of the
Yeah.
accused.
Yeah.
And
And interestingly, I actually read a book recently that's kind of like that, like a literary take on a thriller or something. It's Penance by Eliza Clark.
Mhm.
So it's pretty much kind of like that, where it reads like a nonfiction almost, or very much reads like a nonfiction. But it's about this fictional crime that happened. They're trying to interview people around the crime, like the suspects, the families of the victim, etc., etc. It's kind of like that. So it's not thrilling in a sense that you're like anticipating what's happening, what or something like that, but you're kind of learning everything that's going on with the case. And there's like this commentary on true crime being a commodity and etc. But
Mhm.
yeah, so it's kind of like similar-ish, but I feel like yours is a bit more like it's fiction, but the
Mhm.
Penance reads like a nonfiction. It's kind of
Mhm.
jarring. But yeah.
Yeah, totally get that. Um, this book makes me hungry though, because like the descriptions of food,
Is it like Japanese
like
food that they're talking about?
yeah, because like the ingredients can be yeah, like you can so far you can do it at home, but like
Mm.
mostly like salmon roe or
Oh,
polgro or whatever. So like there's this one very simple recipe that was being told, and it's like this steaming hot rice, and you put like a cold butter on it. So like when you eat it by a spoon, like you don't have to mix the butter in the rice.
does it melts?
Spoonful, like then a slice of like a small slice of butter, then you put a drop of soy sauce. And I'm like, I am so curious right now, like how that
You
tastes
should
like.
try it.
She did. Like the way they describe the feeling of like eating this food is like, oh, it feels like I'm falling, or like just
Very
very,
lyrical.
yeah, very lyrical descriptions of the food and how they're eating it. And I'm like, damn, I'm so hungry right now. So yeah, it's has like this very vivid relationship between food and whatever is happening in this book. So I don't know if it's gonna go the weird route or the
Hmm,
very mysterious open-ended route. So I don't know. I'm curious though.
interesting. Now I kind of wanna like, cause I'm planning this video before where I'm cooking bookish recipes. I did one before for arsenic and adobo, so I did obviously adobo.
Yeah, yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
thinking, what if I read that and then do some Japanese food that's mentioned there? But then
Mhm.
if it goes weird at the end, is it gonna be like awkward to be talking about the food if things are kind of weird towards the end? So I don't know.
I
Maybe that's
mean,
gonna be interesting.
I guess he could be very straightforward about it.
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, I'm just trying out the recipes that are being talked about in this book." So
That is a something I could do potentially because I'm like
What?
shortlisting books that has food in it, so I could do something like that.
So not anything from what's the name of the author of Arsenic and Adobo?
Yeah,
Pia
Piman.
Manasam.
Yeah, because I already did arsenic and adobo, so I kind of want to do something else. Although obviously that would be the easy. Well, maybe not because the next books are like bibingka, mamon, so
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
not.
yeah.
They're
Halo.
more like pastry, like baked goods rather than like things that you cook per se. So I don't know.
Yeah, so that's butter so far. I definitely want to try that steaming hot with like slice of butter and a drop of soy sauce. Like it sounds so good. They're describing it like I feel like it's gonna be so meta though if you try that because like in this particular scene in the book, it's recommended by someone and the researcher just tried it out. So it's
Mm,
gonna be meta in a way that you're trying it out,
because of the book, yeah.
like as if you're like the researcher. How I wonder how everyone's reading went. Fine, Ketchy. Thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining
Betchy.
us. Show.
Glad
And
we were able to accompany you in your morning reading.
super early morning. So speaking of next ones, while you guys are here, the next friends would be over at this
What
book belongs
belongs
to
to
this
them?
channel. So
Yes.
the link to her channel is down below. So make sure you're subscribed so you get notified.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same day and time,
Yeah.
probably, but we'll post on Instagram when it's finalized.
Getting some coffee for me and hugs for the like. Aw, thanks so much, Kay.
Yeah.
Going through my left gallery to see what I want to read next. And you wrote your review for Faded.
Wow.
Very
Good for you.
productive. That's so productive. So, are you gonna? Do you think you're gonna continue reading Gemini after Sprint?
Probably for like, I don't have a Kindle book going on right now, so I'll probably just keep on reading this. Also need to update the vlog that I'm doing, so I'll probably be doing that for the rest of the evening. But I do need to walk the dogs, feed the dogs, the usual after
Well,
sprint
yeah,
stuff that
yeah.
I do.
Okay, so while we're at it, again, the next sprints would most likely be on a Sunday, 7 p.m. our time, Manila time, and it's going to be on this Book Belongs to Pam's channel. So we will be announcing the schedule most likely on our Instagram. So make sure you're subscribed or followed so you get notified. I also linked our Discord server below, which we're not super active, but we put out our links to videos and experience there. Anything else you want to add before we?
I guess I just want to shout out that we did a collab video with Vanessa, who's here in the chat. So we posted it today. I think Vanessa's gonna post hers later in the day. So it's just a fun little collab video where we essentially controlled each other's reading vlogs. So if you wanna watch that, it will be in our channels. And we'll have links in those videos to the other videos. So something to watch if you have time to kill.
Yes, so definitely check this Book Belongs to Pam's channel and Vanessa's channel once it's posted. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for joining the live friends. We're hoping to see you on next week's live.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Have a good day.